Is self-love more important than romantic love? How do I manage my worries? I do not get support of my family. What do I do? How do I stay away from toxic people? How to live my life to the fullest? Hi friends, I'm Neha Fatehchandani and welcome to Grow Magically with Neha episode number 1. So this series is designed for you so that you can ask me your burning questions related to life, personal development, success, achievement, relationship, personal development, and I will give my best to answer you. And today's session theme, as you know, it's all about life that we are going to talk about. A brief about myself. I'm personal excellence coach and a communications specialist, and I help entrepreneurs, business leaders, self-employed develop most essential skills and mindset that will lead them to a lot of success and happiness. And if you're somebody who is looking forward to my online academy and also personal session, link in the description box below. So let's get started, guys, with the first question today. Number 1 is, how do I stay away from toxic people? Okay, so this is one of the questions that I have seen a lot of times, that how do I stay away? How do I protect myself from toxic people? And there's a lot that I can talk about, but let me share with you the practical strategy to stay away from toxic people. Okay, see, the first step is to awareness is always the first step to change. So ask yourself, who are these people who are toxic? Now, how will you know if you are with the toxic people or not? Well, it's very, very simple. Okay, you don't feel good around them. They always demean you. They do not accept you for who you are. Always complaining and cribbing and trying to pull you down, right? So if these are some of the traits of people who are really toxic, and these are also a lot of time they drain your energy. So the best way to know is just see the feeling. If you feel good around those people, they are amazing people, right? You need to be with them. But if they are the people around which your energy is drained, you feel depleted, you don't feel good about, those are toxic people. And how do you stay away from them? Well, doesn't matter who this toxic people is. Definitely you will do a favor on yourself by being away from them. Okay, and Jim Rohn, he said that you are product of 5 people you associate yourself with. So you want, you don't want, you like it, you don't like it. When you are with the toxic people, what is their negativity? Okay, and you definitely don't want that for yourself. So always remember the first part, guys, which I'll also answer in the second question, but always remember that you are enough. Okay, you don't need anybody in your life. Okay, and if there are relationships that are draining, those are not serving you in any way, it's a waste of your time and energy. So respect yourself enough to walk away from anything that does not serves you, specifically toxic people and relationships. Okay, it's 1,000 times better to be alone rather than being with people who don't serve you in any way. And you know what? I have experienced the same in my life. In 2015, I was surrounded by toxic people who never accepted me for who I am. And my energy was drained. I was not able to work. I was not able to concentrate. And I was so lost in my life. And after that, I decided to walk away from those people. And obviously, it was not an easy thing. It was a difficult journey. And it was actually a very lonely path that I thought that I had taken. But you know what? The moment you walk away from something that doesn't serve you, there is a space in your life so that something better can be filled up with. Okay, and after that, some magic happened in my life. I actually got to know that training is something that I'm born to do. Training and coaching to people is something I want to do for the rest of my life. I went on that journey. I started off, with my training career from there on. So always remember, if you move away from something in your life, you will always have something better. So move away, right? From any toxic people. Does not matter who that person is or maybe very close to you. Don't think twice. Just do yourself a favor by moving away from it. Okay? Hope it helps. Number 2 is self-love more important than romantic love? How to practice it? Okay, this is interesting one, okay, and it is actually in continuation with the first question that we have been talking about. 110% self-love is definitely more important than romantic love, okay? And why do I say that? Because see, when you love yourself, okay, only then you can love somebody else. It is said that you can't pour from an empty cup, okay? So if you don't love yourself, if you don't accept yourself, if you don't like being who you are with, how you expect somebody else to love you? It's just wrong expectation. It's actually a mismatch, and that's one of the biggest reasons that there's so much of clashes that happen. So self-love, now what exactly is self-love? In a very simple definition, in a very simple way, the best definition of self-love that I have found out is I am my favorite. Yes. Yes, I make flaw. I have a lot of flaws. I'm an imperfect human being. There is a chaos in my life. I goof up. Things don't go well. I fail. I succeed. Yeah. So this is who I am. And in spite of all this, I embrace myself completely. I learn from my mistake. And I'm super proud of who I am and what I have become as a person, right? That's self-love. I choose to do what is right for me. I choose to do any and everything that serves me, right? I choose to grow every day. That's what self-love is, when you actually unconditionally love yourself. Problem is, if you don't have that self-love, if you're not confident in your own skin, if you don't feel that you are enough, you know what, there is a problem. And you want to know what is the problem? Listen to this carefully, okay? The problem is you will act very needy and desperate, okay? You will be at the mercy of somebody else to tell you are right or you're wrong. You will be at the mercy of somebody else for your emotion. You will be at the mercy of somebody else for the validation. And that's not what healthy relationships are all about. So hence, it is very important that you practice self-love. How do I practice self-love? Well, one of the very interesting ways is look yourself in the mirror and say every day that I am my favorite, okay? Second thing you can do is celebrate your wins every day. Like every day you go through a lot, but there is some good thing that you have done, okay? Celebrate that. And third and the most important is don't be too hard on yourself. Learn from your life mistakes. We all are imperfect humans. Embrace that. And whatever mistakes you have done in the past, whatever wrong things you have done in the past, just forgive yourself, okay? And just take those learnings and move on, right? And move on to the path that you're supposed to move on to, okay? So, okay, question number 3 is, whenever I think, my mind always thinks worst in the situation. How do I deal with it? Okay, so let me tell you a secret about mind, okay? The way our mind is made. So this I learned from one of my amazing mentor, Harv Eker, when I went through the different training programs. So, and when I talk to even a lot of entrepreneurs or, business leaders on one-on-one personal sessions, I do see this challenge comes, when you actually are just constantly thinking negative and you're thinking worst, okay? Now, let me tell you the fact, and the fact is the way your brain is made is like a worried mother, okay? Your brain is not made to give you a lot of happiness, success, achievement. No, that's not brain's job. Your brain is made in a way like a worried mother. And that's the reason it's very easy for you to think negative on any situation rather than positive, okay? So just like, you go to gym every day. So if I want to be in a good shape, I have to work out, right? Every day. I can't work out for a day and then I don't do it for entire year. If I do that, I'll increase my gain. I'll gain my weight. Oh my God, I can't even think of that, okay? So similarly, you have to reprogram your mind every single day in order to be in that positive zone, okay? In order to train your mind. And what are some of the ways that you can do that? See, when you get up in the morning, first thing, and night before you sleep, your subconscious mind is very active, okay? So you can use affirmations, and it is scientifically proven that one affirmative thought is 100 times more powerful than negative thought. And what is affirmative thought? Very simple. If I say to myself, I am confident, okay? I am positive personality. I radiate confidence. So when I use anything, if I say something to myself that is in present tense and very simple, that is an affirmative thought. So whatever you feel are your affirmative thought that you connect to, just have 7, 8, create a beautiful list, something that you connect to, that's very important. And as soon as you get up in the morning, just say that to yourself. And before you sleep, do that also. Another thing that you can do to reprogram your mind is practice gratitude. Yes. When anything happens, in our life, it is very easy to think negative. It means you are focusing on what's going wrong in your life, right? So here it is very important that you start focusing on what is right in your life. And when you practice gratitude, it means being thankful for what you have in your life. For example, the breath, that every breath that you are taking, okay? Be thankful for the food you just ate. Be thankful for amazing environment that you are in. Be thankful for the work that you are doing. Be thankful for the parents. Be thankful for the family. Be thankful for each and everything that a lot of times you don't even get chance to be thankful for, okay? And when you do that, your mind automatically shifts from seeing things what are right in your life versus seeing things that are not so right, okay? So apply these two tools and do share your answers in the comment below. Question number 4 is, how do I work or progress in my career when I do not have support of my family? Okay, so winners just do it, okay? There are no excuses. You just do it, okay? That's one thing. Another thing I want to tell you is, expecting anybody, not just your family member, anybody that they will support you, do you really think it's a justified expectation? See, the only expectation you need to really keep, if you really want to be happy, is with yourself. And a lot of times we keep expectations from ourselves, we are not able to fulfill it. So if you expect anything from your parents, your family, and if it is not happening, it leads to disappointment, right? So the best thing is, do not expect, number 1. Number 2, if your parents, your family is not supportive, it's totally okay. Accept that. You focus on your path, build yourself. You know what? Once you will focus on what you truly believe in, and you will build your path, universe will support you. Your mentors will support you. Some other people, some strangers will support you. And how do I know this? Because I have experienced that, okay? I have truly, from the bottom of my heart, I have experienced this. I have experienced some miracles and magic. When I just expected from myself, I just kept on moving alone. And from nowhere, I got support. Unexpected people gave me support. Unexpected projects I got. And I was like, oh my God, what's happening, okay? So this is what really happens. So if there's something that you believe in, it's your heart calling, go and do that, okay? And trust me on this, universe is there to support you. And the last question is, how do I live my life to the fullest? Okay, this is my favorite question because I can write complete book on it, okay guys? So how do I live my life to its fullest? Okay, so let me share some of the things that I do or that has really helped me. The best way to live your life to its fullest is being in now, okay? It's not that you will achieve something, you will reach at a certain level and then you will be happy or you will live your life to the fullest. Whatever you have right now, whatever situation you are in right now, you can live your life fullest in that situation, okay? So it's not that in order to live your life to the fullest, you need something, okay? If you are looking or searching for to live your best possible life outside or in some things or in some people, no, that's not going to help you. The real happiness, the real fulfillment, the real way to live your best possible life every single day is to just live every moment as if you're meant to be there, okay? This is a beautiful quote that was said by Marie Forleo. Live every moment as if you're meant to be there, okay? Just be your best in every possible moment. Enjoy those, moments. Enjoy the journey. It's not about the destination where, you're reaching. Once you reach there, you will realize it wasn't that big deal. But what's really important is the person you become, the journey you travel, you enjoy that journey, enjoy those little moments with your loved ones, laugh on your problems, don't take your life too seriously, forgive any and everybody who has ever hurt you in the past, invest in yourself, invest in your growth, understand who you are as a person, and just live rather than existing or living your life on the default mode. Just upgrade yourself, so this is a time wherein I've seen a lot of people, they're upgrading their mobiles but they're not upgrading themselves, okay? So that's another challenge. So living your life to its fullest is all in your mind, the way you see your life, what it is for you. I hope guys today's session was useful. Just click like the video, share your comments, also subscribe to the channel. Also check out my offer that is going on. on communication bundle. Apply for the personal coaching session, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. Bye bye.